What is up, guys? Welcome to a special episode of the Nest Podcast. My name is Brandon, and I'm joined by my co-host, Justin. And down at the bottom of your screen, you'll notice that we are joined by a pretty big crew of men right there. Welcome, please, the offensive line and tight end for your reigning, defending 4A Tennessee State champion, Elizabethton Cyclones. Guys, welcome to the show. What's up?
Hey, let's get started, guys. I know a lot of you. I've seen you grow up. Braden's my little cousin, Jason, and like I said, a lot of y'all are friends with my niece Millie. So, but a lot of these people don't know your name. They don't never get to see your face. They just see you in that helmet every day. So, if you want to start with you, Cole, and go down the line, let's introduce yourselves.
Yes, sir. My name's Cole Morganstern. I'm the left tackle, senior.
I'm Wes Erwin. I'm the left guard. I'm the senior, number 58.
Colby Garland, center, number 53.
Owen Slagle, number 60, right guard, junior.
Connor Johnson, junior, right tackle.
And Cam Smith, 84, senior, tight end.
All right, so we got all juniors and seniors. So all of you are coming back, ready to defend your national or your state championship. Not quite national titles yet. I'm sure that's coming in some of your futures pretty soon. But defending a state championship, that's an awesome experience. Something that a lot of people never really get to have. Winning a state championship is the highlight for most people. Defending it is going to be a completely different task. Can you guys kind of tell us how your coaches and how your other teammates are preparing you to be able to go into battle and defend that championship?
I can't even take it.
Last year, nobody really expects us to win. So we just went out there every day, not really expecting much. And now that everybody knows we've won a state championship, everybody's expecting another one again. And the way our coaches are preparing us, they're just throwing it. That's last year. That's last year's team. There's nothing that we should. It's guaranteed. We got to work every day. Like we're never won one before. We got to work again to get back to Cookville.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Is that was last year. This is this year. We gotta approach every day as if it's something new. Now we've had Deuce Morton on here before, and he kind of said the same thing, that Coach Witten really was preparing you guys to be more humble about it, to have that approach that you guys are the defending champs, but you still have to go out there and earn it every day. And I really like that answer that you gave, Cam.
Yeah, let me ask you this: what's changed? I think it's been 2-3 weeks since we've had Deuce on, and he kind of talked about how you guys had to put the jump ropes inside of the cleaning, I guess, fluid after you got done, and that you couldn't still go in the locker room. You had to come ready to go. What's changed in that last few weeks? I know there's phases to this, so what's different now?
Really, nothing much has changed since those 2 weeks or 3 weeks that Deuce has been on. But, I feel like we're doing a good job at trying to follow the guidelines and stuff because we really want to have a season. And, we just do everything we can. But I don't feel like anything's changed that much since then.
So you guys are still maintaining the social distancing, even in practice and stuff like that. Yeah. How is that as a line core to be able to maintain social distancing? I mean, obviously you guys are shoulder to shoulder right now, just like you are on the field. How does that play?
We just got to keep on the same page, like inside and outside of practice, and just work together and just stay as a unit, I guess is what you'd say about that.
And you guys do. I know last year I heard a lot of talk about you guys eating bricks. I don't know if that came over from Jordy or what. Y'all have a new slogan going on this year? What's the new slogan? Or are you guys still eating bricks going forward?
Uh-oh. Did we lose him?
I think they froze up on us, guys. Give us just a second here.
So eating bricks, that was kind of their slogan last year, Justin. They kind of like the Zeke Elliott, keep feeding them kind of thing.
Every time they would have, somebody would come and interview them or whatever happened, they'd always scream out, "We eat bricks," like in the background or whatever. That was kind of their thing, which makes sense. They also eat large pizzas and crazy bread by themselves as well. So let me try to get them back on real quick.
Yep, they just dropped out.
So they'll come back in.
Of course, guys, whenever you do a live show like this, there's always going to be some kind of technical difficulty. So please bear with us on this one. We'll have the linemen back on here, but we see a lot of people jumping in the comments and in the section saying that they're excited for some hometown football. Go ahead and let us know in the comments, what you're looking forward to. Do we know if fans are going to be allowed at these games this year?
I read, I don't know how many. I'm sure it will be limited. I don't think they're going to be a full house type thing. But it said that every fan will have their temperature checked, like a wellness check, before they're allowed to enter the gate. So, we already, as Cyclones, we already get there 2 hours early. I could see it taking hours to get everybody into the game. So it's interesting to see how that's going to work out. But it's definitely going to be different. It's not going to be the same. I don't know how tailgating will work. I don't even think they know how it's going to work at this point. I think it's just kind of go as we can.
It's going to be one of those, just figure it out as you go, just kind of wing it. And thanks, Allison. Yeah, we decided to throw up the orange to represent the Elizabethton High School colors a little bit. So that's something we've been working on, trying to keep the show updated and fresh every week.
That's right. And guys, while we're waiting on the lineman to get back on, I know, there's a bad storm going on right now. And I sent Brandon a message right before this. I was like, man, really bad storm going on. I hope it don't mess anything up. And I just got word that because of the storm, it kicked their internet, but they're getting back on. But if you have any questions that you want to know, like I said, guys, you don't see these kids. Some of you do, but a lot of you just see these kids with their helmets on. This is your chance to interact, to get some information from them. Just anything that you have, we'll be happy to pass it on.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's kind of rare that such a small town gets to have this kind of access and exposure to these caliber athletes. And guys, I think you're back, right?
Yeah, so we're back.
All right. Good deal, guys. So are you still eating bricks or what's new?
No, I'm not. That was never really our thing anyway. That's kind of our defensive line. We had a really great defensive line unit last year. They kind of came up with that themselves and kind of made it their own, and then kind of became our whole defense. And we kind of just go with the flow over here.
So I didn't know that. I thought it was the entire offense, the whole line in general.
No,
I knew I always saw big guys screaming it. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good deal. And Owen, I know you. I've known Owen for a while. I know he's good friends with my niece. I was telling Brandon earlier, I remember you guys when you were 60 pounds, falling over the dummies. And just to look at you guys, you've grown. I'm a big guy, but you guys are towering me. And it's just nuts, man. We're glad to have you guys on.
Yeah, I forget who it was, Mr. Garland, I believe it was, that sent the message that set all this up for us. Mm-hmm. He included your height in your along with your names and stuff, and I was blown away with how tall you guys are for high school kids. Like, I'm not even 6 foot, so you guys would make me look like a midget. But go down the line and kind of tell how tall each of you are, just so that the viewers can kind of get an idea of how big you are compared to them.
All right. I'm 6'3".
I'm 6'2".
I'm 6 foot.
6'2".
6'3".
And 6'5".
Yeah.
Every single one of them are 6 foot or above. And wow. 6'5". You're the tight end, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. How would you describe your your skills. If you were compared to any professional football player, who would you say is your role model or the guy that you try to emulate?
I don't know. I've had an unfortunate events of injuries, so I haven't really. Yeah, it's kinda,
RG3.
yeah. Yeah. But,
I remember you was hurt a lot last year. I remember that.
yeah, ACL.
Oh,
Yeah, but
so you're coming back off of an ACL injury. How is that rehab and everything going?
I'm out of physical therapy. I'm just cleared a few months ago, and I'm just practicing. It's still not 100%, but I'm clear to practice, clear to lift, everything. It's just getting it back to 100%.
Good deal. And your dad, Colby, just said that you guys go by the Band of Brothers, and Brandon can stand behind that because Brandon's an ex-Marine, so he knows all about that brotherhood. That's a nice slogan. I like it, man. Let me ask y'all a question. We talk a lot about food on here, and you guys are the best critics of this because I just heard that y'all was eating a large pizza and a crazy bread by yourself. So I'm going to steal Brandon's question. If you go to Amigos, what do you order right now?
All right, I get 4 beef enchiladas, but I don't get the enchilada sauce. I get the cheese sauce, the white cheese sauce on them, and then I get an order of guacamole. So
sounds good on the line. I want to hear what all you because I could take some advice from this.
Justin's trying to get his weight up.
I'm trying to get my order. Yeah.
I usually get 3 steak quesadillas. That's pretty much all. Just that.
I don't eat as much as these two do. I just get like 2 grilled chicken quesadillas and an order of fries.
With cheese.
With cheese, yeah. I usually get like the enchilada suizas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They're spicy.
I get the burrito grande.
Oh, yeah, that thing's massive.
And I normally get either a burrito or the pollo loco.
My man, that's what I go with too.
It kind of went in order from size based on order. If you didn't notice that.
It kind of did a little bit. Now I did have a question that I was going to ask, but I learned recently that Pizza Inn is not there anymore. Is that right? Like Pizza Inn has gone away?
gone, man.
It's
going to be a different restaurant though.
It's being called Saucy's Barn or something like that, right?
Yeah, well, I talked to the lady that one of the ladies that bought it, and her son used to play football with us, and we were a little disappointed when Beef O'Brady's closed down because we would go over there every Wednesday and get wings on Wing Wednesday, and she assured me that they would have better wings at this new place than Beef O'Brady's used to have. So
there you go. So are they still going to have buffet style pizza and all that?
yeah, I think so.
I bet you guys will tear up a buffet, won't you?
Oh yeah.
Would it be fitting for Saucy's Pizza Barn to put something like Hog Heaven on the menu, and that be the specialty for the linemen to come in?
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah,
Be fitting.
So for anybody out there that's listening that happens to have an inn at Saucy's, go ahead and throw that. Say, hey, these linemen, they deserve some Hog Heaven. Give them the pizza and all that good stuff that they want.
Yeah, we feel you guys all need something at a local restaurant. I think we're working on Pals with the what's it called, the Deuce.
The Deuce, yeah, Deuce's order at the Pals. That's the Deuce.
So we're going to get you guys the wings, the Hog Heaven. We're going to make sure we're going to do our best to get this done. I think that would be cool if every position had their own little special place to go to get that food.
And I can't think of anywhere better for you guys than in a buffet.
Yeah.
So,
all right, now let me ask you this, Cole. I know you got some. I want to first say congratulations. You were preseason All-State, 4A All-State, and I think it's the Army. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I want to say congratulations. Do you all have any offers coming in right now, or how has COVID affected that? Has it kind of been slower than what you expected, or how? I know Sean is probably one of the best at getting film, and you know he's got that experience, which helps. But how has that affected things right now?
All right. Well, I know I've got a couple offers, and I think everyone here can play at the college level. I think that's I mean, we can all do it. I know we can, but it kind of ties into what you were saying about how this thing is kind of, messing with recruiting and kind of slowed it down with coaches not being able to, come to spring practice or come to practices or, us going on visits and stuff like that. So I feel like that's kind of hurt us in a certain way, especially, the guys that are getting ready to be seniors. But I feel like everybody in this group can play college football without a doubt.
I think so too. And I was talking to, y'all are missing a lot of camps, a lot of things that you guys normally do. I know some of you go to Clemson camp every year. There's Tennessee camp. There's camps that y'all go to that not only are there to help you, but you can also get your face out there as well. So, I mean, COVID's kind of ruined it for everybody. But I see, like I said, I have a feeling, like you guys said, you want to stay. They've seen you. They know who you are. Hopefully we can get some more film in, and I have a feeling that you guys will all be playing at the next level next year.
Yes, sir.
Now, we were talking while you guys were experiencing your technical difficulties, and we were talking about that maybe the stadiums might not be as full as they were last year, that I think somebody in the comments said that they would only be about a quarter to a third of the way full. How is that going to be different from last year whenever you had the entire house packed full of screaming fans?
I mean, it's for sure going to affect us because there was just nothing like looking up when we ran out to the state championship and looking up there, and the whole city of Elizabethton drove 3 hours away to watch us play. And when we played Greenville the first time, played on TV and everything, you couldn't walk out there and you couldn't hear anything. It was awesome. And it might affect us a little bit, but I think we're good enough to just go out there and play football and win ball games.
Yeah, just ignore the silence and go play the game. That's cool. Yeah, I know my mom and dad were in the crowd a couple of those games, so they were cheering you guys on. I'm in Florida, so I unfortunately don't get to come to any of the games. So,
yeah, I know y'all set a record for fans at the championship game. Elizabethton is a very small town. The ones that even know who Elizabethton is, that just says a lot that they can set a record in being as small as we are. It's almost like entire Elizabethton and other surrounding cities was at that game. And, that just shows the support you boys have. And I can tell you that I graduated when Jason Witten graduated, and then Sean's a year older than me. And I remember all 4 years we came so close, getting down to that final game to go to state, and overtime, once in double overtime, we played. That's when Maryville was in our division, which Maryville, I believe now is, 6A. But you guys didn't win that just for yourselves. You won that for the whole town. I mean, what kind of love did you get when you came home after that game?
Yeah, the feeling when we got back was just surreal. The whole city of Elizabethton was there to congratulate us, and people around the county and everything were there to, just show their support and how much they care about us. And that was a really special feeling for all of us.
Yeah, to that point, I come and visit for Christmas and things like that to visit my family. And I remember just driving down Main Street, and almost every storefront would have congratulations Cyclones and have pictures of you guys and just everything. And it was awesome to see. And that was, a month and a half, 2 months after you had already won the championship. So the pride definitely stuck around for a long time and is still continuing now. Like right now we have 30 people watching you guys live because they just want to see and hear what you have to say.
And yeah, and we'll probably have another 100, 150 watch it after the fact. It's amazing. Like we could do an episode with a Major League Baseball player or like some famous person, which we've had some big guests on this show. But when we have the Cyclone boys on, dude, there's nothing like it. You can tell the difference. You guys get more attention than some of the professional athletes that we've had on this show. And that's crazy to me. We talk about it all the time. It's just absolutely nuts.
And I mean, it just speaks to the support that Elizabethton gives. That's what we've been talking about. The city is just forever grateful for you guys, winning that state championship, and now you got to go do it again.
Let me ask y'all this. Have you gotten your rings yet, or are they waiting until the first game of the season?
I don't know what they're doing.
They're in.
I've got a lot to say on this topic, but I don't want to make somebody mad in a high place.
Let me ask you: have you seen them at least? Like seen a picture?
No, I haven't seen them.
I heard they're big. That's about it.
I'm sure y'all. What the first? Well, there was a championship I think in the early '50s, '60s, but that was before TSSAA. So you guys technically have the first ever state championship. I don't see them being nothing but huge.
Oh yeah.
For them to keep it such a secret, they've got to have something big planned.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, Justin, you mentioned the TSSAA. They recently revealed their rules for the upcoming season, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys had a chance to look over those rules and kind of give your thoughts and ideas of what you're actually going to have to adhere to this season?
Yeah, I mean, I looked at them a little bit yesterday. I watched the news and stuff, and it's going to be different. Not getting to play all the non-conference games. Only getting to play 8 total games, and then only 2 teams out of each region conference make it to the playoffs. And not going to be a lot of fans, and everybody's going to have to get their temperature taken before they come in and stuff with Governor Lee's permission, I guess, which I'm sure will come soon. I hope.
And what about this rule about if an outbreak occurs, the other team gets an automatic loss, and if you're in the playoffs, then you'll automatically be eliminated? That's the worst that I've heard. What do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I just hope that. Sorry.
I don't think, I mean, I understand about that, but I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal that it needs to be a total loss or, eliminated. I mean, I'm sure there's other things that could be done or postponed. I just don't agree with that, really.
I just hope that, from all the starters to all the freshmen that are watching, that they stay safe and don't ruin it for everybody because, I've missed a few years. I know a lot of these seniors looking forward to the season. It's not going to be normal, but it's all we've got. And I just hope that they respect that this is our senior season and we want to play as much as we want. So just stay safe, wear a mask, and because all we're wanting to do right now is play football.
That's just it, man. People think that wearing masks is stupid. Nobody likes it. I can't stand wearing a mask, but at the same time, everybody needs to do it because of people like you guys. If nothing else, if they want to see football, then they're going to have to do it just like we have to do it. I know Brandon works on an Army base, is it Army?
It's Marine
base. I apologize. He works on a Marine base, and he has to go through it probably 10 times worse than all of us, but that's just what you have to do. And I hope that everyone follows those orders so we can get back to football.
I mean, that's what we all want, from the high school level all the way up to the professional level. That's all we really want is sports back in our lives. We talked about how a lot of the kids in the springtime kind of got screwed out of their senior year. And like you said, Cam, you guys want to be able to go out there and play. You don't want to have that taken from you. And especially somebody coming off an injury, I can certainly understand you salivating to get out on the field, show what you can do,
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you this. Sean, I got to give him a hard time. I've grew up with Sean. He's married to my cousin Katie. Sean's one of those guys, even though he's family, he's so even keel. Like even in like just family situations, he's just like to himself. You don't know what he's thinking. That's just how Sean is. I saw a different side of Sean for about 10 seconds when he celebrated at the state championship. What did you guys think about that celebration? You think that's something he was working on, or what do you think about that?
I think he's been working on that for some time now.
I mean, every now and then.
Yeah, he's been known to do that number.
Yeah. A little whole thing.
Yeah, only football can bring that out of him.
Yeah.
And I sent that text message as soon as I saw it. I recorded it and sent it out to my cousin and stuff, asking that. You could just tell that was not only relief off y'all's back, but he finally got to be himself. He didn't have to be Mr. Professional.
Right. Yeah. That really started. He would always thrust his hips. It started 2 years ago when we scrimmaged DB. I mean, it's true. he gave a few like that 2 years ago in a DB scrimmage. He's been doing it since then.
Now, did you guys know that Jason Witten was in the crowd whenever you were playing the state championship game, or was that something you found out later?
I still didn't even know that.
No, I don't think you said that.
Really? How did I know and you guys didn't? Apparently, Jason Witten was in the crowd for the state championship game.
Yeah, he made it to the field.
I mean, we know. Yeah, he was there the week before, standing on the sidelines with us, talking to us, watching everything that we did, really specifically us and our other tight end that graduated. He would talk to him a little bit and then try to give him tips and stuff during that Nolensville game. But I didn't know he was at the state game, no.
That's awesome. How is it, getting to know somebody like that that's obviously going to be a future Hall of Famer in the Professional Football League? How is it getting to interact with him and pick his brain about how to improve on your skill sets?
That's a crazy privilege to be able to, have somebody that high of a name, be there. I remember during that game, that Nolensville game, he was on silence. He was like, "Hey, good job, Cole." And I was like, "Dang, he knows my name." Like it set in on me like how crazy that was right there. And I was like, "Dang, that's crazy." That's
awesome though. Yeah. And, going back to you, Cam, being a tight end, that's got to be even more pressure on you to like, wow, I've got to live up to this guy.
Yeah. When I came in freshman year, that's what I asked. I asked for 82, but it was too small for jersey, so I had to bump up to 84.
Yeah, they said no 82, and
I can't fit medium.
And you can't wear number 1 and number 3 is retired too, right, Sean and Jason?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I guess they can't retire the whole team after winning a national title, but I know they are trying to change. Didn't they change the name of the street near the high school? Or they just build that big sign there? Am I crazy?
That new sign coming in like right there beside on West Oak Avenue, which is like the main road in Elizabethton. They put a sign up.
Now, you guys obviously went through T.A. Duggar and all that stuff. Whenever Jason was there, that's where the high school team played, was that on the T.A. Duggar field. What's different now being able to be in that brand new stadium and under those lights right there on the main drag in Elizabethton?
It's all around just 10 times better, but I feel like that's the center point in town. I feel like everybody's going to be there on a Friday night, and it's just I feel like it's a better stadium to showcase our numbers as a town and all the people to support you and stuff. It's unbelievable who shows up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Drive by on a Friday night and you see everybody over there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I also feel like we get that, nostalgic feeling because you went there as a little kid to watch, the older high school team play, and you were watching them and you're thinking they're the greatest people ever, and you became them and you've accomplished more than they have, and everybody's walked behind you and support you, and that feels awesome.
Yeah, the next group of kids is watching you guys and think you guys are the greatest thing ever.
And they're going to come around and do more than you guys ever did. And you'll be the ones supporting them, telling them, hey, this is how you do it. This is what you need to do. This is how you get better. So you're going to be able to step into that mentor role. Even the freshmen that are playing freshman ball and on JV and stuff right now, they're looking up to you guys and learning. So how do you guys handle being, leaders and mentors to the younger guys coming up?
Well, we just show all of our, we work as hard as we can in the weight room, and we lead by example by being the first in every drill. We watch our film and things like that, and we really listen to what the coaches have to say and really take it in and go out and perform the best of our ability.
How many of you guys are in 1,000-pound club?
Pretty much everybody is.
I would say everybody except Cam probably is.
Yeah.
Oh, Cam will get there. Don't worry, buddy. So for those of you that don't know, 1,000-pound club, that's your squats, your deadlift, and your bench, and you have to add up the three things cumulatively to equal over 1,000. Anybody touch 15?
I don't know exactly.
They're all looking at you.
Yeah, they're looking down the line at you, saying like you're the big boys.
If anyone's doing it, it's him. If any one of us is going to get there, it would be him.
That is a feat. You know, Justin mentioned a few times that I was in the Marine Corps. There's some big boys in the Marine Corps that can really lift some weight, and I've met a few of those guys that can throw around 1,500, and poof, that's insanity.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about how many calories they eat per meal. I what you was talking about there for a minute.
Oh no, lifting weight. They knew what I was talking about. They're used to pumping iron. Let's see. I had a couple other questions that I wanted to ask you guys, but I want to know what you guys do in your free time when you're not playing football. What do you enjoy doing? How do you spend your days off, or, you know, obviously with the coronavirus and stuff, your regular days?
Most of the time, I go home, I eat a little bit of breakfast after practice, and I normally take a 2 to 3 hour nap. And then from then, it's just whatever. I play a lot on the sticks with the guys on the football team, Call of Duty.
Okay. Who's the best gamer on the line?
Definitely Cam.
No,
I play a lot, but Ladarian, yeah, he's good.
Deuce is pretty good at COD.
Ladarian, Deuce, Trenton, they're all really good.
That's interesting. When we asked Deuce that question, he said definitely not me. So he said that he wasn't one of the better ones.
He's gotten better. He's gotten better since the last time you.
Okay. But everybody kind of said Cam was the best. Is that because you've been injured and haven't been able to practice as much, so you've had more time on the sticks?
That's how it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. I know with professional athletes, it's the same way. They all say that the guy that didn't get to play is always the best at the video games and kicks everyone's butt there. So makes sense.
So how many fights have broken out because of like Call of Duty, Madden? You know, I know me and my boys back in the day, we'd get in a straight wrestling match over some Madden, just over something dumb like we fumbled, and I blamed EA and he blamed his controller or whatever. How many times has that happened? And I know it's all fun, by the way.
I'd say quite a few. we eat together every Monday night during the season, and we always play. And we've played with our coaches a little bit. Coach Harrison, he's really bad. I hope he's watching this and hears me say that. He's a very bad Madden player. But our offensive line assistant coach, he's pretty good. And we've gotten to some arguments about it at Connor's house, and never really any big fights.
Just kind of running the mouth a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you get paid back at practice since he is one of the coaches?
No, see, Coach Whitehead, he usually beats everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Harrison, he just doesn't really care because he knows he's bad.
You ever gotten Coach Sean on the sticks?
No, but one day we were playing, and he walked in, and this was last year. And he walked in, and Connor was playing Coach Whitehead, I think. And Coach Whitehead was using the Steelers, and Connor was using the Saints or something, and the Seahawks maybe. And Coach Witten came in. It was like, man, nobody's using the Cowboys. And then turned around and walked out.
But, you know, growing up, I used to stay the night there with Jason, and they'd never even played those games growing up. Like, I would play them constantly. All they did was watch real football, and they would get pads on and go in the yard and just hit each other. And, like, that's just, different people, I guess. But they definitely, I was curious if you ever got him on, because I don't think I've ever seen him in my entire life pick up any video game or anything like that, period. You know, Sean's a different breed. I don't know how much you know about him, Brandon, but he's
I know he played with Mike Vick at Virginia Tech. That's about it.
Yeah, he did. Does he ever tell you in those stories, those college stories?
No, he's not very, I don't know. Mostly football.
Yeah. He hasn't won a lot of his accomplishments besides the state championship.
I can imagine. I won't tell none on his behalf then. I'll let him, maybe when you guys get out of high school, he'll share some stuff with you. But great guy, great coach. You guys are very lucky. I do want to ask, how has Coach Harrison coming aboard helped you guys? I mean, it seems like once he came aboard, things started kind of changing in the weight room and even on the field.
I feel like we've gotten stronger with him being there. And our D-line, as y'all saw last year, was tremendous, as we've had in years. So he's really helped with, like, in the strength aspect for everybody. I mean, our bodies have changed in over 2 years than they have in the past, 10 or 12.
That's kind of what I heard. I heard he was kind of the guy in the weight room. And last question, what's up with those the crazy bars that bend? You know, I run a boxing gym, and I haven't seen those until I saw y'all using them. What's up with those bars that you guys use?
Yeah, those bars are called tsunami bars, and they like flex. And if you bend them to a point, like a certain point, like you get it explosive enough, they make this popping sound. And that's basically the goal of it, is to like get it to pop, and it helps a lot with like, it's really good for football. It helps you with like explosion and kind of stuff like that, and balance. So we got those probably, I don't know, a year ago, and I think those have really helped us a lot. And it's kind of a weird form of equipment. Whenever we first got them, you got to kind of learn how to use them. But once you learn how to use them, they're very effective.
Yeah, I don't even know what he's talking about. I'll have to look up what that is so that I can educate myself. Sounds like a new piece of gear that you guys are using and obviously yielding results.
It's like the bench press bar and the deadlift bar, or whatever, but it's like a noodle. Like when the weights go on, it folds over with it. I don't know how to explain it.
12.5 pounds.
Wow. Okay. Instead of a 35-pound bar or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, you'll have to check it out. It's weird looking, but I see them using it all the time, and they won the state title for a reason. So I'm assuming that they helped.
Something definitely helped. I think it might be in the water or something there in Elizabethton, or maybe it's just you guys are all fueled by Dr. Enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go. Oh, your green screen kind of cuts out the Dr. Enough bottle a little bit. That's weird.
That's pretty wild.
All right, guys. Do you have anything else you want to add, or anybody you want to shout out? No.
Really, man.
I mean, shout out Coach Pearson and Coach Whitehead.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
old line coaches.
Right on. They help you guys out a lot. Trying to lead you in the right direction for hopefully choosing what school you're going to go to after high school. Quick, raise your hand real quick. How many of you were seniors? I think there were 3-4 of you that were seniors. Okay, so four of you guys. So those four, Justin mentioned it earlier, but are you guys looking at the colleges that you're going to? Have you decided which ones you're going to go to yet?
Not really. I'm just kind of still filling it out.
Okay. Right on. All right. Well, good luck with those decisions. I know National Signing Day will come before you know it, and hopefully all four of you guys get to sign on the dotted line to go play somewhere. And then for the two juniors, hopefully you guys get to come back and defend another state championship next year.
Yes, sir.
Guys, we thank you so much for being on here. We love the Cyclones. We hope you guys go out there and kick butt again this year, and best of luck to all of you.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having us.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
And everybody that's listening, thank you so much. We record our podcast every Monday night at 7:00 p.m. We would love it if you would tune in. Like Justin said, we usually talk about other sports, football, baseball, basketball. We have other guests come on. We've had professional athletes. We've had stuntmen, actors, all kinds of stuff come on. Check us out. We record live every Monday night. We'll see you then. Peace.
Cool, man. Good job, guys.